Spice, spice, baby. We're breaking down the 7 things we want to see in the new Dune on today's Nerdist News. Yesterday was a big deal for all your Dune dudes and dudettes out there. The glorious God Emperors at Legendary Pictures announced that they've acquired the rights to Frank Herbert's multi-book sci-fi mega saga, and they're planning to bring it to life via the magic of the moving pictures. Now, we're still in the super early development stages here, but naturally the brain trust here at Nerdist has a few opinions about what we'd like to see from the upcoming franchise, and who knows, this could work. Nerdist is owned by Legendary Pictures after all, and they've listened to our suggestions before. Did you know that back in 2006, Dan Casey came up with the title Superman Returns? That's true. Until then, it was called Superman Stays Away and never comes back. Anyways, our very first wish for this brand spanking new Dune is that please, oh please, Papa Legendary, don't make it a movie. Dune is a gigantic story with a sprawling world, hundreds of engrossing characters, and rich thematic elements about religion and politics and the environment and everything in between. Trying to condense all of that into a 2-hour movie or even a series of 2-hour movies would be absolutely impossible to do. It would make us jettison so much of what makes the series special. So give it the Game of Thrones treatment or the Westworld treatment, a big budget cable series. Next up, not to get all political on y'all, but global warming is totally a thing, and it's the greatest problem our planet has ever faced. It's a thing that Dune was trying to warn us about 50 years ago. You see, the book's author, Frank Herbert, was also an ecologist who was concerned about humans' harmful impact on the Earth, and a lot of that concern is embedded in his novels. At its core, Dune is a story about what happens to humanity when we squander our most precious resources and let our planet, or planets, kind of go to shit. It's a message that's more important now more than ever, so we hope that they really lean into that message. Not to get preachy, but, you know, the right amount that saves our species. And now for the third wish in our Dune Miss list, better still suits. One of our biggest issues with the '84 Lynch adaptation of Dune was how badly they screwed up the designs of the still suits. Still suits, for your Dune doofuses out there, are suits that absorb all of the moisture in your body and filters it back into drinking water, all the moisture in your breath and in your urine. But come on, look at this. It's so svelte. Your pee doesn't have anywhere to go in that thing. We'd really love to see the book's bulkier still suits better realized on screen. Also, to make this the merriest Dune miss ever, can we get a few sweet sword fights in our stockings? One of the coolest / most convenient ideas in Dune is that the force field surrounding everyone will prevent high-velocity projectiles from passing through, but not slow ones, so everyone fights with swords. This definitely calls for some kick-ass choreography, something that strikes a nice balance between brutal and showy. Who does all the fight choreography for Into the Badlands? Get that guy. Get that guy working on this. By the way, the still suits and the sword fights are all small parts of a bigger thing we want to make sure this new Dune captures: the high-tech, low-tech balance. Dune takes place in a future where technology has evolved, but computers and AI have been outlawed. So there are a lot of amazing concepts realized in some truly interesting ways. If the new adaptation gets this right, it could be like nothing we've ever seen on the big screen or small screen before. Now, Dune is a powerfully visual story, and it needs a real visual director behind it. We need someone with a real sense for invention who can match the weird text of Dune with some truly mind-warping visuals. Guillermo del Toro is someone who easily comes to mind, and Arrival director Denis Villeneuve actually put his name in the ring just a few weeks ago. He'd be pretty rad considering Arrival totally did just break our brains and was almost a masterpiece, but isn't he a little busy on Blade Runner 2049? Look, at the end of the day, there's only one director whose vision for Dune we really still need to see. Alejandro Jodorowsky, baby! The extremely crazy, but also extremely brilliant director, writer, actor, author, poet, producer, composer, musician, and spiritual guru came extremely close to bringing us a Dune movie in the 70s that would have shaken the very foundation of art as we know it. With a team that included H.R. Giger, Pink Floyd, Mick Jagger, Salvador Dali, and a screenplay that would have made for a 14-hour-long movie, give it to us, Jodorowsky's Dune would have probably been the greatest film ever made scientifically. But here's the thing, he's still alive, and the script still exists, and so do these amazing, insane pieces of concept art. We can still do this. Give Alejandro Jodorowsky whatever he needs to make this movie. If you don't take my word for it, hear him out.
I wanted to make something sacred, una película que diera las alucinaciones de LSD. Si tomara LSD to change the young mind of all the world.
I mean, come on! But what do you all think? Would you still be down for Jodorowsky's Dune? Do you think it would work best as a movie, a TV show, or both? If not Jodorowsky, then who should steer the ship? Make the spices flow in the comments below. And thank you to our sponsor today, Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest. If you hear someone yelling, "Hey, you got your classic Magic card game in my Match 3 RPG," or someone else yelling, "You got your Match 3 RPG in my Magic card game," then they are almost certainly referring to the Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest, which combines the two hyper-addictive genres into one. Grab it on the Apple App Store or on Google Play right now and check out the latest update, which adds brand new Eldritch Moon cards. Actually a very fun set. I have played with it. Thank you, Puzzle Quest. Join us today on Nerdist.com/Twitch for more conversations on super important topics like the Dune reboot, Batman on the CW, and Han Solo's solo flick. Check us out over at Nerdist.com and don't forget to like and subscribe for even more Nerdist news.